Hey everybody, it's LaCie Knight. Welcome back to the Urban Whispers podcast. I know it has been over a year since you've heard my voice, so I'm back. If you've been following me on Instagram, I've been posting little things here and there. I was invited to the Black Romance Book Festival this summer, which was an amazing experience. I got a mentor out of the conversation, and I just took a year off to really revamp my mindset around how I wanted this podcast to show up, and I am now back and I have two amazing new co-hosts with me. I'm super overjoyed and excited because I basically have begged them to be on episodes in the past. You may recognize one of the voices from my cousin's Be Reading episode because I got family involved this time. I can't be remiss before I bring them on without saying thank you to my older co-host Isha. She's been under the weather. She has a few medical issues. She might pop in here and there, but for now we're just going to send her Godspeed and blessings her way as she's on the mend with her medical journey. But without further ado, I want to welcome two wonderful, beautiful women that I just really admire and talk to all the time regarding reading. I've gotten a Kindle because of one of them. I'm no longer reading on my iPhone, people. I have an actual Kindle. I've grown up in this year. And then there's just the other one is just a lexicon of knowledge when it comes to literature of all spaces. So I was so glad when I put out the ask and she was like, no, I'm serious. I will co-host this with you. So I'm going to introduce without further ado Morgan stays booked. Follow her on Instagram. I'm jealous of how she's everybody's arc reader. And then the queen of romantic literature, my beautiful cousin, Sloane Bueller. Hey, you guys, welcome, welcome.
Hey.
Morgan, come off mute, join the party.
I thought we were immediately going into okay. Hey.
No, it's like, hey. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to, I guess I'll start with Sloane since Morgan got to figure it out. So Sloane, please tell the people
Mhm.
about yourself. I know everything. This is my cousin for real. You know, people say that's my cousin, my play cousin. No, I've known her since September 5th, 19 da 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 da. So this is my for
You know
real.
what?
Her mama and my mama are sisters, and this is my cousin. So Sloane, tell the people about yourself again. So y'all can go back to the episode
Again.
about her.
Okay. So it's so funny. She called me the queen of literature. I just read everything. And usually what I don't read, I also just know someone who reads it. So I'm able to just be like, what is that book like? And they can tell me. So I don't know. I don't know why I know so much stuff. They'll be like, they'll drop it in the chat, a book, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I know that one. I read that one like a year ago. Sorry. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll always be like, we found something so amazing. You got to read this. Oh, yeah, I read that 17 years ago when it first came out. I'm like, you know what? Forget about it.
But I also go to the signings, I think, and that helps because
Mm.
sometimes, like they'll have, like a smaller author and you go to their table and you really get to talk to them because usually the lines aren't as long. And so you just really talk to them and they'll tell you all of their backlist. And I usually ask them, what book would you recommend somebody start with? Or what book is your favorite? Those are my favorite questions to ask a new author.
So
Mm.
So,
so for a person that's new to reading romance in this space, what is your favorite book to start with?
what genre?
Let's start. Okay, let me take it back a step then, because yeah, so we're gonna
Okay.
stick into just romance by Black women authors. I don't necessarily want to align it to only urban romance because it's
hmm
Mm.
really just about that. So within the romance space, what is your
hmm
favorite genre?
This can change on any given day, but typically my answer is Indigo by Beverly Jenkins.
Mm-hmm.
I read it as a teenager and I did not appreciate that book. And then I read it again years later and I
Mm.
fully got everything. I said, oh my gosh, this is beautifully written.
It's on
Indigo.
So,
my TBR.
Let me
Hmm.
put that down. Let me put that in my little
Yeah.
write that down.
mhm.
And what
TBR
space
is already in
is
danger.
it?
She
Contemporary
is
or
she is historical romance, Black historical
um
romance,
Hmm.
I'll be
a
reading.
true historian. She's actually like a really a historian. So she has like a bibliography in the back of the book where she's, you know, lists her references and stuff. I love her.
I'm not into period pieces as much, but I'll give her a whirl because you introduced me to Lady Nisha, and that is the gift that keeps on giving. So maybe I
That's it.
will. Okay, and so
Mhm.
so is historical where you typically land, or is there something that you?
I actually really don't read too much historical outside of Beverly Jenkins, which is crazy. I will read some, but she's usually the main one I read.
Mhm,
I typically just read everything under the umbrella of Black romance, urban, just regular contemporary.
mhm.
Um, I've been on a lot of contemporary lately instead of urban.
I live in
And
the.
then I read outside of Black romance. I'm waiting for one right now, September 30th. Come on.
That's in 2 days, right? 3 days.
Hmm. I've
Who
been
is
waiting
that?
for this book for months.
What book is this? Months.
Oh, so back in like the spring, I read the first book of the series, and
Mhm.
she had all four books planned with the release dates.
Oh,
So
okay.
I've been able to see since spring when this book. Mhm.
Well, at least she ain't treating you like that lady who wrote 4 a.m. because we've been waiting, what, 17 years for that book to
I
come.
can't. Not
It's been-
17 years.
it's a long time. That book came out a decade ago. And it's supposed to be that people are waiting. I was like,
Mm, mm,
but at
mm,
least you
mm.
got good for you. And with that, we're gonna move over. Hey, Morgan stays booked.
Hey,
Tell people all about yourself. Obviously,
sure.
and I will say before she gets started, her social media page be jumping. It,
Stop.
it does pop.
I hope I get more followers soon. I really should probably focus on that. Anywho, hey everyone, my name is Morgan, also known as Morgs Saves Book. Um, I have always been an avid reader, even as a child. And then, as you progress throughout school, you have to read for school versus pleasure. And I was a serial student for a long time. And now that I am back to leisure reading, I requested a Kindle for Christmas in 2023, and I have not stopped reading since. Um, my first few books on my Kindle, one was like a self help, the other one was The Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison. And then I immediately jumped into urban romance. Had no idea. I wasn't allowed to really read urban romance. And when everyone was talking about, oh, you need to read Zane and all that kind of stuff, I've never read it. This year was the first year I read Sister Soldier, Coldest Winter Ever. And we can discuss that in another episode because I have notes. And my go to genre is romance, all things black romance, because black love does exist. However, because, well, as Kiana mentioned, I do some ARC reading, I have a very diverse reading scope. So if you were to follow me on Goodreads or Storygraph, shout out to Storygraph, um, you will see that there is like an up and down of my reading chart. You'll see urban romance, you'll see a historical fiction, you'll see a thriller mystery, which I've very well shied away from for a long time because I do not watch anything scary on TV. Like Hocus Pocus was as scary as it went for me. And so, yeah, it's been very interesting. What else am I supposed to say? Oh, and I love to encourage folks to get library cards and utilize your local libraries and support your local bookstores, whether they're Black owned or family owned. Those bigger retailers, they're always going to get foot traffic, but it is those bookstores that are owned by minorities and families that are not struggling, but would need more foot traffic as they progress. A lot of them sell used books or new books. I love the ones that sell used books because you'll find some nostalgic type of finds in there every once in a while. And so I truly encourage all of the listeners to take heed to that.
Y'all
That's all I
see,
have.
y'all see why I brought these ladies on? Within 30 minutes, they don't give. I better go get a library card. Got some historical fiction, all the things.
Oh, goodness.
I'm super excited. I think before we jump into our book conversation today and to your point, Morgan, small authors, minority people really need the support.
Mm-hmm.
And in the Black author, Black talk space, Black book talk space, if you will, there's been conversation around a specific event. And what is it? The Black Book Bash? Do y'all know the
Black Book Bash.
Black Book Bash? I'm going to play a clip and then we're going to talk about it. So let me just make sure my audio is included in here. All right, well, hopefully you all will be. Oh, yep, there it is. Share sound. Boop. So here we go. And
would be trying to avoid losing so much.
now, Morgan knows.
Child, I have so many notes.
I'm gonna let y'all start because I'm livid because so I live in the Washington. For people who know, I live in the Washington D.C. area, and Publix isn't around here. However, there is one Publix that consistently delivers to me through Instacart, and I found out where it was. I think I talked about this last year sometime, and I was like, I'm always ordering from Publix. Everything. I literally in Stafford, Virginia, I drove an hour and a half to go there just to walk around. I love Publix, and it's just really, you know, political views aside, all the major companies are always going to support the right. But this right here feels so egregious to me. And, you know, a big company taking advantage of a smaller event. My initial reaction when I saw it was, why didn't this young lady have a contract in place with Publix? Like, that was literally my thought. But then as I'm watching this back and they hit her up and they're like, we want to be the sole sponsor for your event. I was like, oh, maybe there's a little bit of sabotage in play here. So I don't know, but what are y'all thinking? I'm, just chop to it. What are you thinking, Sloane?
A scheme set up by Todd. Because I'm also
Absolutely
thinking sabotage too. That sounds so weird to say, we'll be your sole sponsor, and then you back out a week before the event.
A scheme set up by Todd.
Listen. Now, I used to work in hospitality and tourism. So what happens when an event like this at this capacity, they're looking for X amount of meeting space. They want hotel rooms at this rate for their attendees. And they have to sign a contract as close to a year out in advance if they can, because you don't want the numbers to fluctuate and go up higher. That includes your AV sound, your food and beverage, which is the larger ticket, those two. Your entertainment, flying in your authors if there is some type of money exchange for the authors and the people who are throwing the event. And then you have, of course, your registration attendees when they get their registration bag. So whatever goodies are being thrown in that, like all of those things, the bag itself, the volunteers that you have, you may cover partial of their hotel stay for them to be there. For Publix to say we're going to be your sole sponsor and then pull out the week before is very bad business for a few reasons. Not only is that bad business for people who are frequent of Publix. I lived in Atlanta for 11 years. I love Publix. I was just talking to my line sister the other day, like, girl, I wish we had a Publix. I just moved to Maryland. And to see that is very disheartening. Two, the hotel or convention center or whichever venue that they're utilizing, knowing that this is a week out, are looking now at Publix as well. It's not just the persons who are putting on the event, right? Lastly, you mentioned contract. I would love to see in the contract between the host of the event and Publix and what were the parameters, as well as in your request for proposal, your RFP, from the venue and the hotel or convention centers and what stipulations were there. Because usually, as someone who used to work in this industry, you have to have at least 50% of that money paid up in advance. And then you get your bill at the end of what else is remaining, meaning that your AV usually has to be paid up front. Your entertainment needs to be paid up front. Your food and beverage for sure needs to have a bottom line or X amount of whatever you're going to have. Like even if it's just a small table and you're going to have coffee, tea, and water, that has to be at least sometimes 50% covered, depending on the venue, if not fully covered before. So for the fact that they allowed that to happen the week before, I believe it is one sabotage. I believe it is they may have bitten off a little bit more than they can chew, a little bit too much dip on their chip, and didn't realize what the capacity of this event and what they really were getting themselves into, which is why you have these conversations well in advance. If someone is saying, oh, we want to be the main sponsor, you need to have a full dialogue. I don't care how long the meeting is or multiple meetings of what is required for this event to be successful. Are you sure that you can pay the bottom dollar? And in the event that you want to pull out in the last minute, you still are required to give us X amount by this date. And that is where I would have hoped, the persons who were thrown on the event had some type of stipulations in that paperwork. I know it may not, get to us no time soon or be public knowledge, and it may never be public knowledge, but I would urge them to look into some type of legal support in that endeavor, because that is terrible. That is so, so bad. And that is so unfortunate. All those people are flying into Jacksonville next week to have a good time.
And it's not any slouchy people. I'm looking at the lineup. You have Roy Woods Jr., Kim Fields is here. Like these are, names in the Black community that were coming off the strength of. So I know that bill had to be just for hosting the event, not even the agreement that you have with the hotel itself. It's more so
correct.
These people that you have coming. She has influencers. It's a whole. I wish I knew about it. I would be down there next week because I'm recently into making these travels to see.
Listen.
So it's stressful. I don't even know. I would love to see all of that too. I would hope that with something as big as this, that it wouldn't, like, we're all operating off of what the one Instagram provided, but I would hope that your business would be more in alignment. Like we are, like Publix has pulled out, but you have a better contingency plan than your credit card and Klarna.
And she mentioned that the young lady who's hosting it, she mentioned it on her personal pages, like, myself and my team, we've pulled out our personal cards. It's still going to go on. Yada, like she told the people. So we know that this is the perfect opportunity for any major company to then step in and say, don't worry about it. We got it.
We got it.
I would love to see a Kroger or a Walmart or whoever jump in.
Albertson.
And write the check. I would love to see that.
I would love for the hotel themselves to write the check. They can be a sponsor. It's America.
So they can give some type of I can't recall the name. It's not commissions or something, but it's like if you get this amount of attendees here and they say this amount of room nights, we'll give you these amenities for free. So if there could be an exchange there. So maybe the hotel has something in their documentation.
Yeah, because I haven't done a huge conference like this, but I definitely have hosted a few. And
concessions. That's what it's called.
Concessions, yeah. You get a concession, you make a little appeal, you have conversations. Usually it's like comp my room, give me the executive suite,
Yep.
let's have a welcoming happy hour for these people
Yep.
coming in or something. Hopefully so. I'm gonna be watching and see what's gonna happen in the space. Like,
Yeah.
And I think the last thing I want to say on this, but unless we were going to continue this
no,
conversation,
go
is
for it.
moving forward, not just for the Black Book Bash, but any other Black
Mm-hmm.
book fest idea like this, you have to have, even if you can't afford it at the time, you have to be forward thinking of, you need to have people in place who are good at these things. So,
Yeah.
and a certified meeting professional who does the networking, gets all the RFP things done for you. You have to start delegating those things out, because you never want to be put in this position again. This is a learning lesson. And I guarantee that next year when they throw this event again, it's gonna be 10 times better than what they ever thought. I'm speaking that now.
Yeah, she needs to talk to somebody from the National Coalition of Black Media Professionals.
Listen, plug it in.
I am.
Yes,
It's
indeed.
been a wonderful day.
Shout out to NCBP.
It's Congressional Black Caucus weekend, and I spent this event, we wouldn't have even seen this TikTok video because it would have been handled the moment Publix pulled out.
Okay.
Definitely, ma'am, you need to reach out to Morgan Stay's book so she can connect you with the powers that be at the National Coalition of Black Media Professionals, because they have it
They
together.
wouldn't have played this
They
at
wouldn't have
all.
played this. They would have boxed.
You would have had a new
Publix
sponsor in
up.
24 to 48 hours. I'll tell you that. Yes,
And some great security at your
Okay.
event.
Yes. The men in the suits.
The men in black. The men.
Oh goodness.
Well, good luck to you, madam. Are you all familiar with Casey Kelly? Like, I've never heard. I'm new to this whole world, so I
I've
don't know
seen
much about
her
it.
on socials, but I'm not familiar. No.
So I'm like, this seems like this. Usually if you've done something like this and can pull all these folks in, you got to be somebody of importance.
Yeah.
I am sorry for not knowing who you are, Kelly, Miss Kelly, but I'm going to know going forward. So yeah, it looks like she's a YR author. I'm looking at her now. I'm looking her up right here. And she works with Ian Smith, Dr. Ian from Celebrity Rehab.
Yeah. They'll figure it out.
Good. They gonna figure it out. Looking this up, like, girl, Casey, you good? We mad though. Yeah. We mad at Publix.
We still mad.
Yes.
I'm never eating that fried chicken from Publix again.
Period. Ever.
I canceled my Instacart order immediately when I saw that video. And I am faithful. Every week I order from Publix. Everybody knows I've talked about it on Instagram on my personal page. I'd be like so excited to talk to the people when they shopping for me. Publix, put your shit together so I can come back, because I do that chicken. But for now, I'm just gonna cook it at home.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
So another thing that happens in this space is I look to a number of people to just tell me what to read. So for me, Morgan and Sloane both mentioned how they enjoy reading. My background, as I've always said before, is in science fiction. Like, I've never, until the last 4 years, been a romance reader. And I got pulled into reading romance because somebody wanted me to beta read for them. So I got into the space that way. So for me, it's like this space of amazing writers. There are some people that are interesting writers and don't believe in editing or things of that nature, but I usually let the folks tell me, you need to read this or you need to read that. So I was chatting with Morgan, because what happens is I'll find an author and I will love her so much, and I might dip into the toes of somebody else and not be pissed off with that book. And I was like, let me just go reread Savvy by Antoinette Sherrill, because Antoinette Sherrill and Lady Nisha and Casey Mills, they never do me dirty. Like, yeah. Or my favorite psychopath writer, my girl, I can't even remember her name, and I took a writing class with her. I'm old, y'all. It's gonna come to me at the end of the show because I've talked about it so many times. She wrote Bow Down.
Oh my gosh.
She wrote Bow Down, and she wrote the book that I tell everybody about with the pyromaniac, and he set the place on fire, and then his wife came in and she blew shit up too. And they be fucking to fire. His fingers are crispy because he's literally a for real pyromaniac. What is his name? And it's
I think I know that book.
Authoress Masterpiece. That's her name.
Oh, okay, yes.
She writes. That's a demented woman, you guys. But I love it. I love everything she writes. It's so she gets me in it. Then in the IR space, you got Tiana Levine, who I still beta read for. She mad about me because apparently on one podcast I said something that offended her. And I was like, girl, I did not say.
Oh.
And that's why I'm like, I'm back now, Tiana. You know I love everything that you write. I might not like a character, but that ain't got shit to do with your pen. Supposed to like, but I love what you write, Tiana. Don't take me out of the doghouse, girl. You just made me in the group chat and everything. Like, let it go. Well, love you, Tiana, DA Young. So anyway, those people I would just always go back to because they give me, even the young lady that wrote L. Kaysen, who wrote the book that everybody loves.
Oh, Demon's Dream.
Demon's Dream.
Hey, look at that. Y'all know off top. Everybody loves
Mhm.
that 1,200-page book. Be up in
It's only 700 and some change. You be all right.
761, right? So 742, 7 something. Because that was the day that people
768.
768.
768. Yeah.
768. Because that's what people were calling the book for the longest.
Mm-hmm.
Like those I go back to all the time. So I was chatting with Morgan, telling her this, and she was like, you need to read about the zoo boys. And I was like, which zoo? Because every Black author got a zoo in all of some in the
Mm-hmm.
zoo. I was like, I have read about a zoo. He was pretending to be pregnant in one book. So who you
Oh. Okay.
Talking about, and I love them, please.
He had a whole baby shower for
Wow.
himself in that book.
For himself.
He was pregnant in the whole
Not Genesis. Was that his name?
Yeah, I think his
She's
name
Genesis.
was
Yes.
Genesis, but he was
It's
freaking
my baby shower because he knew that the girl was pregnant, but she
yeah,
yes.
he was pregnant in multiple
So
books.
funny.
Aubrey J, another one that writes some crazy
Yep.
I'll read as well. So, anyways, I was having the conversation with Morgan, and she was like, "Oh, you need to read about these zoo boys. You're gonna like them." And I was like, "Okay, sure. You've been reading. I've been trying to get you to share your Excel file of all the books you got anyway.
But
So
it
let's
no.
put it on up in here so I can read about these zoo boys."
Yes. Okay, The Zoo Boys is by author Tatiana Timmons. She's from Los Angeles, grew up the oldest of four. She has a creative style of writing. She started by joining the high school newspaper and becoming the editor of entertainment column there. She was introduced to urban fiction in high school, but didn't really become interested until reading her first Zane book. See, I never. Okay,
I
we'll talk
never
about it
read a
later.
Zane book.
I never read a
I've yet to read.
Zane
I've
book.
never read a Zane book.
I have.
To this world late, and I feel like now, and then I have a friend that was friends with Zane, and like they had beef, and like I'm loyal to my friends, so my friends don't. I can never read until Zane and my friend make up. I will never read her because she
See
don't
what I'm
fuck with her,
saying?
and I don't fuck with her. And the woman's probably, and she live in Baltimore. She
Wow.
probably a fabulous individual, but I can't fuck with Zane. Fuck Zane and her books until she makes up with my friend.
Yikes. Well, Tatiana, at the age of 25, she moved to Virginia, where she currently resides. After reading a plethora of urban fiction, she extended her writing abilities and placing her creative thoughts into a storyline of her own. Uh, Confident that her first book was ready, family and friends encouraged her to submit her work. Starting with her first series, she continues to invest much time into writing books, hoping to maintain a writing career as an author and broadening her writing abilities into screenwriting. So
Mm.
the Zoo Boys. So I appreciate any type of motorcycle, and the Zoo Boys are going to give you that. They're going to give you shoot 'em, bang, bang on a motorcycle down the highway. And they're these men that are a group of brothers or a group of friends that are chosen family like brothers, and they have their own businesses, but they also do a lot of illegal street racing to make additional money on the side. I mean, who doesn't like a hustler?
I love them.
But all of their personalities together, is very funny to read. I think that this, yes, is a bit tense, if you will, as far as the reading style, but there's like so much comedy because black men, they just go on Joan on each other at any moment, right? And it's so far, well, I've read the whole series, but I hope that Kiana finishes the series so we can keep talking about it during that.
I'm reading the last book.
Really?
I'm almost done.
Oh, girl, Chevy gonna take you down. Okay, go ahead.
Chevy.
I'm telling you.
I'm gonna let Song go first.
Fine.
She's like, no, it's
Okay. So my reading experience is different because they both read on their Kindles. And I texted them. I said, why did you guys tell me about the orange font? And they were like, what? If you read this not on a Kindle, I read on my iPad, the font is orange throughout the entire book. So it made it harder for me to read. So I did switch to the audiobook. If you borrow, because I borrowed it in KU, and so it was discounted. So I got it for like $5.
Okay.
So I did the audiobook. It was an okay experience. There's so many point of views that you actually have to read it. I'm going to say that the narrators did a great job. This is no shade to the narrators,
Okay.
but it's too many POVs and it's hard to keep up with the voices because it's only one man and one woman narrating. It would probably do with an ensemble cast, but that costs money. So
Sure.
Yeah.
but so I did like it. I did like it. I liked the funniness of it. But I feel like this was more like very in like the world of urban romance. Sometimes it kind of detours to more urban fiction than urban romance, and I think this one did. Like, there's definitely a love story, but it is really about these men.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I agree
Yeah.
with that. And I think as I continue to read, I'm veering more so towards the fiction part with the romance being the underlier,
Mhm.
but
Mm-hmm.
the point. I think even as a new writer, I was struggling with that in my first two books. Y'all should go look them, pick them up.
Period.
There, the conversation and echoes of us. Short stories, short reads, both are less than 120 pages, but I'm a new author. But no, I agree with that, Sloane, a lot that it's more towards the urban fiction and it is about their relationships, but
Mhm.
they're very toxic. And I'll tell you this, I was irritated because usually the first point of view you read is the point of view that you root for throughout the whole
Mhm.
book. And he's an asshole. He's so problematic. He's like literally the destruction of the Zoo Boys. But he got a good heart at the same time. But I'm like, y'all should have just started me with Chevy. So that way
Yeah.
I literally I was looking at my phone because I wanted to see I was like, Morgan has me reading the Zoo Boys. Why does Arthur gotta start with the one that's causing the most issues? And I don't want to say I love a spoiler, so I'm not gonna spoil it for you
Don't
guys.
say the spoiler.
I'm not gonna say the spoiler, but when I read a book, I've already figured it out. So I said it at
Mhm.
first, I keep reading. I was like, no, just spoil it for me so that way I could be like, how did they get there? I can't wait to get to. I'm the one that will turn to the end of the page to the last
See.
chapter because that determines whether or not I'm gonna keep reading your book. What
Oh
happened?
my God.
I definitely, and I did that here, and I can't stand the fucking cliffhanger. And I was like, oh, she gonna end every single book like this.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think that I was like irritated with that because I had just been reading a bunch of Jaquel J books or Jaquel J.
Mm.
She does that over and over and over and over. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
just wrap this up. Like, I love what you've written. So now I'm like, oh, so this is just what they do now. They just give you a bunch of cliffhangers to take you to the next story. But I definitely love the connection. I love the loyalty that everyone has to Chevy in the book. Like,
Mm-hmm.
literally everybody, even the heroines in the story.
Yeah.
It was drama and brotherhood, and I love a motorcycle game. Those are, I feel like that is even in non-black romance, there's always motorcycle game books are great. Like
Yeah.
Mhm.
the loyalty that they have with these bikes and then the ability to do just all the illegal things and then show up ride and have everybody vibing. I,
Mm, mm, mm,
I
mm.
love it. But yeah, it tied me down. I definitely read that when I zoomed through that because I was like, oh,
Yeah.
5 stories, so I need to hurry up and
Mhm.
finish reading them all. So
I
I've
read it through a weekend. So
Yeah,
yeah.
so I've
Yeah.
read them all. I've taken a little momentary pause because the last story, I have a problem. Even though I'd be like, I jump to the end of a chat book to see how it's going to end. If it's a series, I never really, if I'm enjoying the series, I really don't want it to end. So I have,
Mm.
so I'm like maybe 30 pages away from finishing Chevy's book, and I'm done. I'm not gonna finish it. It's real good though, y'all. Continue on. Because I just don't want to say goodbye. Like
Yeah, that's
know
fair.
that I know that I've gotten over the hurdles. I know how things are going to wrap up. So I'm like, I'll come back and finish it. Probably
Well,
not going back.
actually, I think you should keep reading because there is two spin-offs that have now happened. The brother Zoo's brother has his own
Yeah, I
book.
figured he would get a story about him and all that money in
And
New York.
Tatiana recently posted that she has another book coming back, so we're going back to the Zoo Boys, and it's coming out in a couple months. Let me look it up real quick.
Who is it about?
I need to look and see who it is about. 1 second, please. Thank you.
Because Foe and old girl, I don't care about them either. Like you, even though I'm irritated with Zoo, like Harley can kiss my ass because you played on my friend Top. Like, girl,
Girl, she did that from the beginning.
Hold
yeah.
on. Is
As
it
someone who's
out?
only read book one, from the beginning, I was like, girl, you getting on my nerves. I
Oh,
don't know what to do.
it's Chevy's part 2.
Oh,
And
well,
I
there y'all go.
believe, oh no, it came out already in August. So there you go. Keep reading.
Oh, then I probably am reading it then because I've read all of them now.
No,
She
are you
might be.
the name is called June.
Oh
So
no, oh no, I haven't read that.
yep. So read the brother first, then go to June. See, there's so much to read.
I will. Tatiana, girl, you here for a little while. Right, you here. But yeah, the
Mhm.
book was I definitely enjoyed it. I have enjoyed all of the Zoo Boys books that I've read so far. I definitely side-eyed the entire time I read Hood Shiesty for the very reasons that I just said. I cannot
Yeah.
oh, it's fine, that's family, but them two. They play with my boy. They play with my even though because Zeus started the book. So I
Hmm.
like even though he
Mm-hmm.
literally pissed me off the entire first book. I literally was like, because I first read your point of view, I'm aligned with you. So
Right.
because
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
my
yeah.
dog, and I even though I'm mad at him, y'all shouldn't have been playing with him like that. And Fo definitely shouldn't have been playing with him like that. And Harley, bitch ass.
Oh Lord.
She gets some passes because she's Chevy's best friend. That would never
Mm-hmm.
go
Yeah.
any other way.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
And their relationship really is platonic, which is a thing. Like people don't
Yeah.
believe that those type of relationships actually exist, but they do. And when you read why they are the way they are and why they
Uh,
are so tight knit,
yeah. Yeah.
you can't help but be like, okay, you know what?
I
I
can be
wish I
like
had a
that,
friend like
okay,
that.
for a Chevy, because Harley ain't
Yeah,
do nothing. Chevy ain't do nothing but protect her the whole time.
correct.
He put so much on the line for her, so much on the
Yeah.
line for everybody. And when you read the last story, like Chevy's story, I don't know, Sloane, if you're going, hopefully none of the other text is in yellow or orange. I'm hoping. Like I'll never know because I
She
got
has
white
she
Kindle.
has a front page that details why she did orange.
Oh,
She's
why?
like the
Why
meaning of orange. She's like the meaning of orange, and I was like, "Is this book about to
You
be
know what,
orange?"
can you
Sloan? I
change
think
the setting?
there's a way you could change your settings on your iPad to mimic a Kindle. I know I've seen somebody do it on TikTok. I'm gonna go do the research and I will send it to you so that you can continue
Okay,
to read on
Yeah,
your
because when you
Kindle.
yeah.
the screenshot of how that looked, yeah, I wouldn't have read it either. Because
It
it's a gradient of orange. It's not even
Mm-hmm.
consistently
Yeah.
orange the whole way. I'm
Yeah.
like, I get I'm
It really hurt my eyes. It really did. The audiobook is like between 4 and 5 hours, I think.
mhm.
So I had finished it. I didn't finish the audio. I had like 20 minutes left of the audiobook. I was like, okay, that's 5 pages of the book. I'll just read the last 5 pages.
Hmm.
And it was hard because those that orange just kind of jumped all over the screen.
Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
But you know what's crazy? The book talk girlies were really like raving about the orange text because a lot of them bought the physical copies and the physical is in orange as well and they love it. It looks really pretty, but I agree. Like my it would have given me a migraine.
It would have definitely hurt my eyes to
Yeah.
read that over and over. And usually orange is a calming
Mm.
color. Like it is I get why, you would want to do that, but
Correct.
Mhm.
comparing that, it's probably and it's a different idea when you're looking at orange on paper versus it being
Mhm.
clear of a screen too.
Yep.
So
Yep. You know what, Sloan? We're gonna take up a love offering and we're gonna get you a Kindle girl.
absolutely
Hmm.
put it in your
And
Kindle list.
well, I do. I have like one of the OG Kindles.
Yeah.
My first Kindle in 2009 for
I'm
Christmas.
I'm pretty sure it
Amazon
still
just rolled out
works.
their program. I don't even
Mm.
know if it still works anymore. They said that they were stopping the support of it.
Oh yeah,
So all
yeah,
you
because
have
of
to
the
deliver it
software.
all, yeah,
Yeah.
all
We'll look
wired.
into it,
Yeah.
girl. We working with the
Yeah, put it
Mhm.
on
technology,
your
so
Amazon
yeah.
family wish list for Christmas, and I'll tell Brenda to get you one. That's
She
the
does not need to get me one.
Or you can also go to Unclaimed Baggage and get pretty decent newer Kindles. They're not like the newest, but like people who have lost Kindles or
Hmm.
whatever, you can find them on there pretty decently priced and very good condition. They do the whole like check and all that kind of stuff.
Hmm. Okay. Look
Yes,
at you. You
Unclaimed
know all types of stuff
baggage.
too.
Where you? Is
Listen.
that a website?
it is. It's called unclaimedbaggage.com. I'm looking at it right now.
Well, let me see, because I
Mhm.
want that colored Kindle.
I don't know if they have colored Kindles on there. They
Oh,
might. But there's some Kindle Paperwhites on there for $64. They're an older generation, but I'm pretty sure the software still is okay. I'll look into the specs for you.
mm, yeah,
Mm.
they're on
Oh,
here. I'm looking. All right,
okay.
that's
Hey.
fabulous. All right, y'all. So definitely, all you people, y'all read the Zoo Boys, the first one, and let me know what y'all
Hmm.
think too, because I want to hear from the people. Put it in the comments on all of the social media platforms that we're on under Urban Whispers Podcast. I'm everywhere. We're also about to go to YouTube. That's why these ladies look so lovely. You're now not only hearing my voice, you're seeing my face.
Period.
Yay.
So I'm super excited about that. What else are y'all reading outside of this, outside of the Zoo Boys? What's coming up for you guys in your spaces?
Siobhan Latrice's new book with her Crenshaw Kings
Mm.
series, the last book, Banks's book. Um, what is it called? Oh, I have it right here. Hold on. Anything necessary for her. And I already know I'm going to have mixed feelings about it, but it's just because I know who the male character is, and it's who I didn't want it to be.
Mm.
Yeah, when I read the last book, so each book is a different brother. And
Yeah.
when I read a Steve's book, I said, I texted one of my friends who also was reading it. I said, she's about to pair banks with this man. I'm I said, she's about to pair banks with this man. Just know Banks is the youngest girl. She has what, six brothers and an
Yep.
overprotective dad. It's
Yep.
it's just gonna get on my nerves. It's the most inappropriate relationship she could probably had.
Okay.
I might go through and read the other. I read the first two Crenshaw King books, and they were great. I love the dad, but them boys was getting on my nerves. And I told Son, I'm like, I'm not gonna read the rest of them because I don't want to have an unfair opinion of Siobhan Latrice because she also wrote some other books that I like. But
Oh,
Sloane, if you kept on going, I guess I'm gonna keep on going
I
too.
really did. I have so I'm in a book club, and one of the members is doing those on the audiobook
Hmm.
through her library.
I'm
She's
not,
she's enjoying them. She's an audio listener and she's liking them. So
I
you
don't
you
like
can't do the audio.
No, even though I've met a couple of narrators and I think it's
Hmm.
amazing. And someone was like, you should get into narration. I was like, I would, but it's just something I like the way that my voice sounds when I'm reading the books and how I can hear
Hmm.
the voices in
That
my
makes sense.
head when
Hmm.
I'm reading. And often when you hear a narrator, I'm like,
Sometimes it
yeah,
excuses what you think
excuse
the
what
the characters
I'm
sound like.
now, I will say
Yeah.
I do audiobooks of autobiographies. Like I listened to Matriarch by Tina Knowles through audiobook. So that was great. I enjoyed hearing her tell her stories.
Mhm.
But yeah, I don't know. I like reading instead of listening. I think also because at work I have to hear people talking all the time. And like for me, it's like reading is silent.
That's fair. Yeah.
What about you, Morgan? What are you reading? What are
Uh
17? First
Stop.
of all, more tell us what you are reading that you can talk about.
Oh yes. Okay, so I have my list up. So the current what I'm reading that is coming up this week actually. One of two books I need to finish by Tuesday and review. A Matter of Pedigree by LaCie Knight. It's a mystery novel or mystery book rather. It comes out on Tuesday, and the other one is called The Mad Wife by Megan Church. It's historical fiction. Both of those come out this coming Tuesday. So those are what I'm going to focus on this weekend if I can get them done and reviewed and posted. I recently finished quite a bit, but the ones that I cannot stop talking about, one second, I had my list ready. So I went back through my story graph and started favoriting the books that I read this year that I think everybody needs to pick up like immediately.
Mm.
Is that already came out. King of Ashes already came out by S.A. Cosby. That was my first book by him.
Mm-hmm.
Phenomenal. Didn't realize, first off, I know this is highlighting Black women authors, but the Black male authors need to get a little bit of love every once in a while because that man can write his tail off. That
Nice.
was my first book by him and very good. Cutthroat by Octavia Grant. She is the most unhinged author I have read, and I love
I love an
everything she has
unhinged
put
book.
out. These two books, Make Me a Monster comes out on Tuesday. I Arc read that one. It is kind of like a Frankenstein part two retelling, if you will. Very interesting. The Scammer by Tiffany D. Jackson comes out October 7th. I love that book so much. Like, hands down, I cannot wait to meet her. I signed up for her book signing that she's doing in Baltimore on the 8th of October. That's going to be my birthday present to myself.
Oh, I want to go.
Yes, I will send you the link, girl.
Yeah.
And then
Get out here.
um,
These people know that I want to talk to them
let's
on the
see.
show.
Another book that I really enjoyed this year was Love in 280 Characters or Less by Raven K. Stringfield. I got to meet her at an author event in Atlanta. She wrote a book last year called Love Requires Chocolate. They're YA books, but really, really good writing. It's not like the YA books where you're like, oh my God, these young kids are going to piss me off.
Yeah.
Really, really, it's almost like you kind of forget that they are in that
Hmm.
high school to young adult age.
Mm-hmm.
Just very, yeah, very on par. And yeah, so those are the books I loved and recommend. Oh, one more honorable mention: Sky Full of Elements by Sibo Campbell, another Black male author. I know
Yes, but that was
our
a good book.
that I listen. I have a physical of that,
I do
and
right over here.
it has not stayed on the shelf from what I've seen. It probably will go on the banned book list because of the context of that book. But baby, listen, that was a good read.
It was very good. And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
people are consistently I had to because I have the Kindle version, but I wanted a hard copy of it.
Mm-hmm.
We had to travel to Waldorf, Maryland to get
See.
a copy because everywhere this was over the summer maybe, but it was selling out. Well, maybe no, it was earlier this year because I wanted the copy because I had a conversation about that book in this group that I'm this women organization that I'm the vice president of. So I
Mm-hmm.
we had a coffee conversation and I brought that book to the table. For me, I'm going back into the past like I always do. Right now, I'm reading the Zoo Boys. I've told you that. I mentioned Antoinette Sherrill. She has this series about the art of hood love that I've tried to tell everybody to read, but don't nobody want to read it because it's real toxic. Like they definitely are struggling a lot. There's a lot of things that happen, but
Mm-hmm.
she just tells a story so wonderfully. And this earlier this year, she put out Disrespectfully Relic. I think that came out um in May of this year. I read it when it came out, and I reread it now because I think she's very close to putting out the sequel about him and Kennedy. So Relic and Kennedy are a couple. This story's been told from Relic's story. Now we get to hear Kennedy's part, and Relic is literally the most unredeemable character that you can ever write about. And she's not redeeming him either. So I loved that because you get to understand why he does things, but he's very ruthless. And
Mm-hmm.
he's not going to not be ruthless, but he does have a companion, Kennedy, who understands this ruthlessness. And I usually am irritated when people leave things on a cliffhanger, but she can do no wrong. And she did lead us on a cliffhanger, but I was not mad about it. I was like, girl, just don't treat us like Miss Jay Brene and on a 15-year cliffhanger because 3 a.m.
Yeah.
came out in 2017 and 4 a.m. people are still rating. And then I'm also going back. So there's an author named Nina. She has the On Us series.
Yes.
So everybody was telling me to read Clearwater. And I was like, I don't need to read that story because I had already read Reckless Love. So I was like, fine. The old girl, they found out they got a sister and she fell in love with the best friend. Cool, that's cute. Great. I don't need to read.
Kiana, please.
But I'm
Now,
reading it now, and it is a beautiful story. It's nice.
It
So I'm
is.
almost
people say
done.
it's not necessary, but if y'all could find me the lemon pepper, the lemon pepper book. No, it's not lemon pepper. What's the Hassan? If y'all
Oh,
could find me
Oh,
yes.
Hassan, I
I
that.
will
want to
read the
read that.
series. If
Yeah.
somebody could find me Hassan, I will read the series. But until I could read the whole thing, I'm not reading.
And
Mm.
honestly, yeah, you don't
I
need
want to read
to know
that.
about Hassan. I don't
I
think.
need.
Everybody says that, but if until I could read the whole series, I say that because there's an author I'm reading, and when I started out her catalog, I was kind of jumping all over the place.
Mm,
And I said, there's a character I'm missing. Because she had mentioned somebody had died. And I was like, I don't know who this person is.
yeah.
And on her website, I saw it. And then the next time I went back, because I was like, okay, I'm still not on that book. So I was like, well, what book is it? I went back and this book just no longer exists. And so I can't tell you where it is because she took it off of her website. I can't tell you what the name was.
Yep.
I haven't looked at Goodreads, which is pretty good at having, a
Where
good
to go?
archive. Yeah,
Hmm.
but
I want to
yeah.
read
But if
Hassan
she
too,
doesn't
though.
have it on her site, she doesn't have it. She's not publishing it. So
Mm, mm, mm,
yeah.
mm.
So I don't
Yeah.
read books unless I can't read a series unless I can read the whole
Whole
series.
series.
But she
Yeah.
only did limited copies of Hassan, and then she did a reprint of it, and it was only like
Hmm.
maybe 100, and they were gone. Like it
Hmm.
was.
Yeah.
I really wish she
Yeah.
would. I wish she would put it on Kindle
I wish she would just make it like an exclusive ebook on her website. I would
or
even be
or an
willing to
exclude.
do
Yeah,
that.
Oh, that would be cool.
yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
like just you can only get it on her website.
yep. Because
Yeah.
here's my thing: that clearly the people want to read it if they sold you out every time
Hmm.
you've put it in print. So why not get the
Yeah,
people to
because
read
I
it?
mean, even in the book, I know you haven't read the series, but the way that these boys love Hassan and he had his own struggles as well,
Oh.
I think for me, I don't want to read his story because I don't like how he ended, you know? Like I read a story, I can't recall who the author was, and again, because I jumped to the end of it, it ended with the two main characters killing themselves. And
Oh.
Mm,
like the woman, I think the woman died first, and then the husband was so grief stricken he took his life, and so that's
mm,
how the story ended. And the author who wrote it, she did give everybody the warning, like not all love stories end perfectly, but this story ended perfect for them, and I was just like, I don't want to read that. And so
Hmm.
Hassan, these books are old, so Hassan, the father, I think he commits suicide, and so I just don't because he had struggles with mental
hmm.
and all of that.
It was mental health,
Yeah.
but it
Hmm.
was driven by something else. Like it's all these things,
Yeah,
but
it is.
when you read about how they find out more about him later on, like the siblings find out more about his life later on, it kind of wants you to kind of figure like, okay, who was he and the mom before the
Yeah,
stepmom came into the
I
picture?
would like to know how he and Oceana were. Right?
Hmm.
I mean, but it's not necessary because Oceana
Hmm.
Fair.
me out, cracks me up now that she's sober. So, but yeah, but but so yes, I have decided to go back and read Clearwater. Everybody who told me to read Clearwater, y'all were
Yes.
I do. I like the story, but I often am always like, sometimes I like a slow burn, but this one I'm like, y'all feeling each other already. I just don't like when the slow burns are because of just some stupid reason.
Mm.
This is because,
Hmm.
this is his best friend, but y'all also are like, y'all are children that raised yourselves. Y'all don't even follow just normal codes of behavior anyway. So what is this big deal that you're his lost sister for 22 years you never knew about. She falls in love with your best friend. There
Yeah.
shouldn't be a reason for
Hmm.
you guys to worry. But they're together now in the part of the book that I'm in, so I'm happy. So now I'm like, yay. There's 80% of the book left. So I had to read all of this to get y'all together. Yay. I'm so excited.
Oh,
But it is a great book. I did enjoy reading more about have you read the books, Morgan?
oh yeah, I started Front
Okay,
Street
so
Porter,
okay.
All of On Us,
Yeah, I know
Clearwater.
Sloane hasn't read them, but I did read I did enjoy reading about Daily Sisters. I love the fact that they tackle conversations around how Christian families feel about homosexuality, about the gender norms of women. So I think and it's done in a way because of the type of people that the Porters are. They just love people for who they are, where they are, they don't care. And so these parents that have these interesting views because these people are loved and supported by the Porters, they're able to have these hard conversations that they probably would be, cast out against. I also enjoy
Yeah,
the way that Nina handles the mental health issues that her characters have. It doesn't seem just as somebody who understands like all of that, I often have a problem when the author like touches on it, but makes it seem like the way society makes it happen instead of it being back behind a scientific thing and
yeah.
enjoy. So I like all of that. So for me, Miss Nina girl, need to write some more. We need some more books from you,
We
girl.
need some more books,
We
man.
need
Where
some
are
more
you
books,
at?
Nina. Get it together. What are you up to these days?
What's going on, girl?
Right.
Yeah.
Because you've only written 5 books.
Hello.
I got some nerve.
What's different? You know, you're
Right.
a newer author.
I'm a new author. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
only got two
Yeah.
short books.
Ooh,
But
shit.
yeah, I definitely though. So I am enjoying that. I'm looking forward to whatever Antoinette Shrell got coming up next. Beta reading for Tiana Levine in the interracial romance space. She's writing a series based on the Seven Deadly Sins.
Ooh.
So this is the book that she's currently writing now is going to be the fourth one. So she's written about wrath, envy, and greed so far, I believe. And those have been really good. So if you're interested in IR romance and she pays really good attention to detail. And she has some myself included, but her beta readers, we definitely have intense conversations about these books. So they're well written. So her series about the seven deadly sins, she's a really good series author as well. And I'm not just saying that because I made it for her, but she really does keep you in track. And if she forgets something, she's real quick to ask somebody. And the other beta readers, they're like Tiana Levine, Encyclopedia Britannica. And she'll be like, what color Honda was such and such driving? I'm like, girl, that
Uh-uh.
came out 30 years ago. What are you at? And somebody be like, it was purple. It was a 2017 Caprice. And I'm like, girl, how do you know
How
that?
do you know that?
I'm like, do you have her stuff? But people, but she definitely, but I think she does that because there are readers that are like that with
Hmm.
that'll go back in time. I know I am with certain things. Like Sion Lee is writing this book that I've been wanting her to write for how long? I've been asking for this book.
Since the beginning that you started reading it, you wanted them.
Yeah, so and now she's finally writing them. So
You wanted their books first. You wanted their
I'm
books
like,
first.
girl, and I literally be like, I need to know why the hell was Chanel beating this man upside the head with a house shoe? Like, I
Oh,
need to know what happened to get to
I
this
need to
point.
know.
I need to know the story. I
But
need to know
yep.
the background.
and it's so funny you say that series because I've also been thinking about rereading, and I've said that I'm going to go back and I need to figure out how people make them. I need to look more into that. But making a book Bible for that series for her books because she also does a lot of recounting of like so. So the best way to summarize this is her series. That's all me. They span like the same 5 years of time or however long it was. So
Hmm.
you can read them in any order. But,
Mm.
you know, this person's POV of that year is way different than that person's POV, but where it crosses over, it's a little sometimes hard to remember. And so I've always said I was going to make that book Bible. I just have to look more into how people do it. I
I'll
know
help
it's
you do
fun.
it because I love the way she makes things cross over.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'll be reading like like that fight that they got into with Daisy's best friend.
Mm-hmm.
We first read it from Jamila's perspective, then we get Jerry's
Mm-hmm.
perspective, then Daisy's perspective. And I'm like, and every time we get to that fight, I'm ready to crack up because it's like First with Jamila, you see the king getting ready to shoot everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And then with Daisy's literally beating the hell out of the girl. So it's like,
Oh.
and then Jury gets to hear all of this shady commentary on the way to the fight. So I was just like, I think she does really well with that. So that's why I was like, yeah, Chanel wasn't there for that fight, so I won't get that. But Chanel had her own fight that has been in all these books that I really need to see because she was wearing him out with that house shoe, and I just need to know. No, it's not. It was an Adidas slide. It was a Nike slide. It wasn't even a house shoe.
I'm hollering.
It was a slide. That's what it was. It was a Nike slide. She was wearing him out. And I think
there's
she's
also
going to do with this one, she's going to go like back in time. Like they're like kind of in present date now, but then she's also
I think
like,
she's
you know, she
pulling them more
did with,
to the present. Yeah.
yeah, I think she's going to do like she did with Julian and Felicia, like go back and forth, which I'm excited about that too.
I love Julian and Felicia, but that's because I love Felicia. So
Felicia is my absolute favorite.
which we talked about on our cousins episode.
I know. Felicia and Star, those are my dogs forever, ever. Girl, I love those two girls. Have you read anything by Sion Lee Morgan?
I have not. My TBR is clearly in danger at this point, and
yeah, gonna get you a good little Sion Lee. That's all us. I'm partial to Jamila and Jakeem, even though yes, Felicia and Star are my favorite women. Jamila and Keem are my favorite couple because they are the ones that are the most healed out of everyone.
Oh,
yeah,
and they did
are.
the work.
Do you need to be healed to read some of these folks?
No.
Okay.
First of all, they're healed at the end of their story.
Oh,
they went through. They've gone through a lot.
Everything.
They've gone through everything.
So this book is very recommended by me and LaCie, and several people who read it have said, "Oh, I had to stop because it was too triggering."
Oh,
college days. Oh, I guess they were in toxic relationships. It was not that bad.
And quite honestly, that's why I read it, because it's very similar to some of the life that I've lived. So that's why I'd be like, oh, yeah, this has happened. I've definitely been here. But yeah. So yeah, Sion Lee, but anything by her in the past is really, yeah, her earlier work are good.
And as of filming this episode, Campus Chronicles is free today.
Oh, Campus Chronicles.
Wait, let me go.
Campus Chronicle, that's a standalone. So if you just wanted to get into her, that is the cutest story. It's just about two college students that fall in love.
Who is the author again?
Sion Lee.
Cion.
Period. I see it right here. Buy now for free. Click here.
It's free today. And you might want to just look through. She had a couple of books for free.
She did, yeah.
If it's free, it's for me. Hello.
But yeah,
thank you.
She periodically puts it for free. So my favorite book she'll put for free almost every summer. At some point, it will be free. And
which
that's
book?
The Bishop and Kiyora's book.
She has another book for free today too, called "We All We Got."
You'll like that one. That's a standalone too. That's
you can read that one by
you can read. Actually, you'd like "We All We Got" too. It's a good one.
I might have to all of the. Yeah, let me see.
Yeah, I'm like, let me look what you got for free.
Yeah. I love that for me.
Price low to high.
Jigga and Daisy.
Last Christmas, Benji and Jury. Oh no, that's $4.99 to buy.
Jigga and Daisy is free. Go on and get Jigga and Daisy.
Please get
hold on, let me see. I just saw them. Let me see.
Oh, that's $5.99 to buy. It's $0 for Kindle.
Oh, okay, for Kindle Unlimited.
But I mean, if you
at least I got those two. That'll start me off into this author, and I can, you know,
She's based in, New Orleans author, and she stays true to the city. So that's really good.
And then I'm gonna reread my other New Orleans author that I like.
Who?
Chanel Parker.
Oh, I like her. Okay, I didn't realize she was from New Orleans.
So I've been, girl, that's why her writing schedule gets messed up every hurricane season, because her or her family is affected. Somebody in her family is affected. She has a big family. Oh man. But she has this interracial book, A Trillion to One, and there have been so on my FYP on TikTok, they've been having clips of Cheaters. So the show Cheaters. And
me too.
it is is mentioned in that book, A Trillion to One.
Okay.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm spoiler, y'all. His can't cut it. But anyhow, his crazy ex who just won't like leave him alone. She calls cheaters on them. She calls cheaters on them.
Oh,
like,
I need
he's
that.
not dating her.
I need to see
I
that.
need that. Yeah.
So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like she came from it does kind of detail her abusive relationship at the beginning of the book. It is not with Trillion, it is with this other guy. They were in a fully abusive relationship. She ends up going to jail, and when she gets out, she's getting her life together or whatever, and she's with the woman who works at this like a center, I think, or transition center or something like that.
Okay.
And the woman's like, oh, come to this party with me, my nephew is throwing it. So they're at the party, and she's like, which one is your nephew? And she's like, that one right there. And she said, why is your nephew white? Because it's interracial.
Fair.
Her sister married his mom and raised him. Her sister married this boy's dad, and she raised him.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay, period.
But it's not like he's not crazy. He's very aware he's white.
Hilarious.
He knows.
He's not blind. Okay.
Yeah.
He's not blind. Period.
Yeah.
Love that.
That's, we gave y'all some stuff. It's fall time. It's cuffing season time. So yeah, we gotta read about these lovers and what have you. I know my podcast is only supposed to be an hour, and like I said, I can talk to people for forever. That's why these things last for so long. But we're gonna close it out here, and we will be back. Our new schedule, I was releasing when I was putting out stuff every week. This is a bi-weekly podcast now, folks. So and yes, as of date of recording, all these things were free. Who knows what's gonna happen when we actually go live in October? What's free for y'all and what's changed? But hopefully, you've enjoyed us. If you have any comments, definitely interact with us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube now. And X, TikTok, all the things. You can follow us at Urban Whispers Pod, and you can also follow Morgan at Morg Stays Book on Instagram. And Sloane, are you Sloane_Bueller on Instagram and TikTok? Or?
Just Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
I don't on my TikTok.
Huh? You don't
I don't post on my TikTok.
You just be lurking. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You start posting on the Urban Whispers TikTok.
I will. Yeah. I could do so many of my unboxings. That's where I'm on my Instagram is where I'm putting a lot of my book stuff. So because they keep saying that TikTok will go away.
And you can go live on TikTok too.
Period.
Yeah, well, they keep saying TikTok will go away, so
it's not going away, girl. They just trying to figure out how to monetize that shop for the Americans.
Yeah.
And that's my new aim until they stop. Because I definitely love me the TikTok shop.
Okay.
Earrings from the TikTok.
I know that's right.
All right, y'all lovely ladies. Thank y'all so much. It was a pleasure. I hope y'all enjoyed yourselves, and we will see y'all next time. Hopefully we get some sponsorships from, because Morgan also creates other things. So maybe we'll talk about her knitting.
Yeah.
Her knitting.
Oh, I was gonna say, what else?
Well, Be Love. I know she's really involved with her authors, so I might reach out to her for author interviews.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So
yeah,
that happened.
Well, she had so she has her own publication, and she was supposed to have a book signing, but her partner ended up getting cancer, so she had to cancel it. Yeah. But she's just in Memphis, which is 2 hours away. And I was I'll go to that signing
real quick. Yeah. Go holler at me. And bring her on.
One of the authors, Kay I think it's Shani. I've been calling her Kay Shanae for forever, but anyhow, she's in Chicago. A lot of her characters go to SIU Carbondale, and I'm like, it's so hilarious. That's an hour away from me. Yeah.
Right there. You right there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she went to SIU Carbondale. She and her husband. Yeah.
Period.
That's lit. All right.
I've been talking her up so we can get her on the podcast. I've been talking her up.
Yeah, keep talking these people up. Y'all hear us? And if you listen to also Evelyn Latrice, girl, don't think I forgot about you. That's my mentor. I met her at the book club. Look.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
You done released 2 more books, so we're gonna talk about your book, Evelyn. I'm calling you out. Forgotten. Yes, we're starting a cult. Like, we got things to talk about, Evelyn and I. All right,
hilarious.
y'all next week.
Okay.